Hey guys, it's Carrie 123 POP, and today I'm with
Selisha. 1, 2, 3. I don't know this. Hi, I'm Selisha.
So this is my older cousin, who's basically like my sister. We grew up together. We're 5 years apart, but sometimes it definitely does not feel that way. Other times
You feel like the 5 years that's about.
Yeah, I feel I'm the one who's older, but like that just makes her like just so much more loving and like just so great to be around. So since today is Women's Day,
You're always my baby.
but since today is Women's Day, well, it's going to be. We're just going to be getting ready together. She's gonna try and do makeup like how I do it, and
I'm just gonna try doing makeup basically because I do not know how to do makeup.
that's because you're naturally beautiful.
Oh please, so are you, but you're just like such a pro. I can't believe it. Like you're just amazing, and I'm just gonna try and replicate exactly what you do with my products, and I just hope it goes off.
I'm sure it will. So yeah, so we're just going to like get ready with each other, and we're going to be talking about women who inspire us and just like topics that relate to Women's Day and Women's Month. So let's go.
Okay, so what kind of look are you gonna be doing today?
Oh,
Do we
yes.
have like a
Oh yes, we have a theme. So recently I've been really loving this purple color in one of my palettes. So I'm going to go for like a purple smoky eye look today. Do you have any color similar to this?
I'm gonna try my best to whatever it is. Just gonna follow you. Okay, so you just tell me the colors. I'm gonna look if I have anything that's similar, and we're gonna take it from there.
All right, okay. So the first thing which I like to do is I take some concealer. This is like a little pot concealer thing from Dermacolor. For the longest time, I thought this was Crayolan, like Crayolan's brand, but it is Dermacolor. And I just like prime my eyelids with it. So you just take it. So I have a concealer brush. So you can use your fingers or you can take any brush you have. And so then I just like...
Thing that, I do not know anything about makeup. This is like, so you study, what are you studying? Dentistry, right?
Yes. How do you
So
not
it's like
know? I'm in third.
Well, I thought it was dental therapy. I thought it was dental therapy. So this for me is like a whole new kind of subject. But yeah, so I'm just, all right. So you're taking primer. I'm taking some aloe vera. And I'm going to prime my eyes with some aloe vera. So show me what you're doing, girl.
Okay. So I just take it, under, and...
Can I use this brush instead?
Is that a brush?
What is this?
Oh, it's like a blender. Yeah, it's a beauty blender. Or like a little
Okay, I'm going to use the beauty blender.
Beauty.
Yeah, beauty. I don't even have a mirror like you. I'm going to just use the camera.
Okay.
It's okay, right?
Yeah. There's no like right and wrong in makeup, which is why I love it so much. It's like, it's your own.
All right, so your viewers should actually comment below. Who are they more like? Are they more like me, like don't know what the heck they're doing, or like you? So comment below. Which one are you really? All right, I think I'm all primed up.
Yeah, this may take me some time. So why don't we start off with like, it's Women's Month. So which women inspire you?
Okay, so for me, let me just do more because I want to be as perfect as you at the end. So me, it changes kind of, with every kind of period in my life. When I was younger, it was always, celebrities, and I'm a big Bollywood fanatic, as you know, like these, like looking glamorous and beautiful. But then as I grew older, it all became about, to this other phase of my life. When I was in school studying, it was about powerful women and, goal-driven women and very materialistic, not very materialistic, but you know what I mean, like that power kind of thing. So in that phase, it was mostly my lovely aunt, which is your mother, because she's like the most powerful woman that I know, and she's like such a go-getter. So at that phase of my life, she still is. So as I go on, it's not like, oh, I forget about this woman and then this new phase, whatever. Yeah. So it was your mom. It was also like one of my really good friends. So if she's watching this, her name's Cleona.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually a chartered accountant now, and she's really a huge go-getter. It was her as well. Also some celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, just such a powerhouse. You know, she has all of these things. And then right now, currently, this just seems so cliche, but I would say it's my mother. And the only reason is because she is literally the kindest woman I know. I cannot even, the words cannot fathom how I think about like her kindness. It's just such an admirable quality just to be kind like that. So I would say like right now, my mother is the person that inspires me the most, and that's because of her kindness. She's just like, nothing bothers her. Like, I can't understand how she can just have such a good heart and just be like, oh yeah, whatever, So right now it's my mom. And what about you? Who would you say are the woman or the woman in your life that really inspires you? Wait, are you still concealing or what are you doing?
I'm still concealing.
Oh, you're concealing. I thought you were priming. Okay,
priming and concealing is like, when I say when you say priming the eyelids, I mean it in the sense that I'm putting concealer on to prime it for the eyeshadow, if that makes sense.
Oh.
You thought you thought I meant priming as in like priming your face so the makeup sticks.
Yes, and I'm just like using aloe vera on my eye the whole time.
No, it's fine. You can, I guess. I just do this because like I don't have an even base.
Be right back. Now do you believe me when I say I don't know what the heck I'm doing? No, I need to find. So what is that? It's so basically just using something that's gonna cover up.
It's just a concealer, like
and stuff.
Yeah, just so like the eyeshadow like sticks better as well.
So what kind of concealer are you using?
Well, I use this one's like a kind of pot concealer, but you can use a liquid one as well. It's whichever floats your boat.
Alright, so I have this mousse from Essence, which I have for the past 3 years, I think. Maybe I could use that. Or I have this Maybelline New York Fit Me. There we go. It says
use the Fit Me.
So I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just...
And yeah, let's get... Tell me.
So just take a little bit like... Okay, not a little bit, it's on a wand. So you can just dab that onto your eyelids and then you can blend it out later with a brush. I mean, not brush, your beauty blender or a brush. I haven't spoken or had human contact in a while, quarantine. So I do not know how to function. So now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just blend this in a little bit. Oh yeah, so you asked me who I am inspired by and who inspires me. So for me, I definitely agree with you in the sense that like when you were younger, it was always like a celebrity. And I definitely remember growing up and like, although this is technically not an actual person, but it was a character in a show, but I loved Hannah Montana, the whole double life, like pop star and still like high school girl. So yeah, I really loved that. But I remember there was a project we had to do where we had to talk about our role model in school. And I chose my mom, which is your aunt. And back then, of course. I don't really remember much about it, just the fact that I chose her. But like now I like really kind of understand
genuinely actually choose her.
Yeah. Like she's just so strong, like through all the I would say maybe battles, all the battles that she's been through, the battles she fought for me and my brother. And just like in terms of my brother, him being autistic, it's not easy raising a child. It's not easy raising a child with autism either. And she did a great job. I mean, I've never felt that he's received more love than I did or anything in that sense.
100%.
I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where one child says that when they were growing up, the child who wasn't autistic, they felt a bit left out or lonely. I've never felt that way. So, really like hats off to my mom. And
exactly, your mom, like I said, is like a superwoman.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. And even just in other things as well, like she's a great cook, and like as you said, like she's determined, she's so goal driven. I mean, like all the things she's accomplished, okay, now I'm just going to praise my mom a lot. So like my mom has a PhD.
Go ahead.
And she has multiple Golden Key nominations. She graduated summa cum laude, and like she's done so many good things. She's doing such great things now as well. She's a lecturer with her lecturing now. She's also gotten some awards for that. So maybe I should title this video "Gloating About My Mother" for like 10 minutes. But like she really deserves it.
No, but I'm enjoying it. Of course, yes.
Yeah, so definitely like my mom, and just like she's so strong emotionally. Like we've had quite a few losses in our family, but she's always been like that rock that we can all hold on to. And even me, like throughout, like in my first year of university, I wanted to drop out. Like seriously, I went crying, bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I want to drop out. I will do literally anything else. Just please let me drop out. But like my mom was like, okay, we'll see what you want to do. If dentistry is not for you, if this is not your choice, we'll see. But you can't just drop out. You need to complete the year. And this was at the point, I think it was in August.
You can't just drop out because you feel like it. So you have to have like a substantial. Yeah.
So like with little context, we started anatomy, and I felt overwhelmed because at that point we were learning like all the muscles and like the innovations, where they start, where they end, and all those things. And I felt so overwhelmed. And I'm like, if this is only first year, I can't do the rest of the like up until fifth year. So that's why I went to her. But she was just like, no, you can do this. Like you just need to like, put in the effort and you buckle down. She's like, I believe in you. And like, if it wasn't for her, I think like if I had the choice myself, I probably would have dropped out. But I mean, like now I'm in third year, things are going great.
Like honestly, if you had my mother, you would have dropped out, because like I said, my mother's always so kind, and she's like, oh, but baby, if it doesn't make you happy, just do what makes you. So that's what I admire. They sisters, they grew up in the same house, but they are so different.
Yeah. And like also in terms of other role models, like as you mentioned before, so Selisha's mom, ever since I can remember, I've always called her Mummy Ma. And all the nieces and nephews, we all call her Mummy Ma. So like Mummy Ma is so kind, like as you said before, and like I also really admire her, and like even the hard work she's put in. And then even as an aunt, like she's so fun. Like I think with my mom, she's a bit, I wouldn't say uptight, but like Mummy Ma is a bit more crazy, I guess.
Yeah, that's the word.
So like she is that fun aunt, and like you always know like when you're with her, you're just gonna laugh. But like I just admire, like they're both so different, but they're also very similar. They're both like so strong and like really keep it together. But I would say that Mummy Ma is the most soft one. Like my mom fights with everybody, and Mummy Ma would cry. And that's like with us.
Well, she'd cry just for a family, but when it comes to like outside stuff, then she's like,
But like in terms of us two, people say that Selisha is more like my mom and I'm more like Mummy Ma, because I'm like the more like kind of softer one. With Selisha, I would kind of fight more.
Yeah, but I feel like that's also changed over the years. Like now nothing bothers me. I think I had that type of phase when like between 13 and 16, when I was like, that teenage phase where everything bothered me. And now it's just like nothing can sway me. Seriously, it's just I don't care.
I think I'm still trying to get to the phase where I'm like very comfortable with myself and just like whatever. I'm getting there, but I'm not totally there. But yeah, so
it's all a process.
Now that our eyes are primed, we're gonna start with the eyeshadow. So because it's Women's Day, Women's Month, we're gonna be supporting women. So I'm going to be supporting Jackie, Aina. I love Jackie. Her content is amazing. She's so funny. Like, I don't know if you've watched any of the videos, Selisha, but like, she's so funny to watch, and she will call people out. Like, she speaks about things like colorism, racism, all the things that happens, and it's just like really nice to have someone who's like really not afraid to speak about those things and worry about what people say in the comments, And
the only beauty artist that I do know is you. So sorry, Jackie.
You think I'm a beauty artist?
Yes, you are. I mean, I'm following you today.
I'm so touched. But yeah, so she's really great, and I really love her palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And yeah, she's just really done really great things to the community. So I'm very grateful that I'm able to support someone like this by using her palette and watching her videos. So if anyone wants to see a really good beauty creator who is a woman of color, definitely check out Jackie Aina. In fact, I think I'm going to link a bunch of women who I think are really great, like beauty influencers, or just people I find inspiring that are on YouTube. So I will link that below if any of you guys want to check it out. And then if you also
I think that'll be good.
I'll also link down like any suggestions my cousin has if you don't have any. Okay.
I recommend Carry 123 POP.
Go promote me on your social media.
Of course, definitely.
Okay. So
next.
So, okay, what eyeshadow palette do you have? Because then I can direct you in terms of those colors.
Well, I have this one from I don't know where I even got it from. I just found it. And Can you see?
I can see it. Okay, so you have a lot of neutral shades.
I honestly don't even know where it's from. This is also like, I think 3 or 2 years old. I never buy makeup except for sometimes lipstick. So I'm gonna get a makeup brush actually. Okay. I have a little baby brush.
I don't know if I said this before, but I'm going to go for a kind of purple smoky eye look. So I'm going to be taking the shade Supreme. Can I bend this? I don't want to bend. I'm so afraid to do anything with the palettes because I don't want to break them, but I don't want to. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to be taking this like pink color, this little pink color.
Alrighty.
So that is Supreme.
I'm going to take this pink color right here.
Yeah.
And it just says eyeshadow at the bottom.
So then I'm just going to like tap off some excess. Then I'm going to take it and then I'm just going to put this into my crease. And I'm going to kind of flick it out at the end because I want a more like sharp end of the eyeshadow.
Okay, show me.
So like,
I'm
going to come a bit closer to everybody. So I don't feel, yeah. Okay, so let me just put the mirror there. So I'm going to be putting it like here. So I'm just going to stamp it on first. Stamp. Then just to get like the pigment on there. Then after that, I go in and blend. So then I'm just kind of sweeping towards the end of my eyebrow just to get that more pointed shape. And then after that, then I blend. And I'm bringing it like kind of right up to the edge here by like, you call this your nose bridge. I should know this. I did anatomy for 2 years. So then I just kind of blend out the edges to get that kind of like feathered look.
And now we wait for the beauty guru. I think I'm done. I'm just gonna copy her.
So now I'm just going to take this purple shade here, which is Big Wig, and then I'm just going to put it like on the eyelid and sort of towards the edge here.
All right, so tell me why dentistry? Why did you choose dentistry?
You know, for the longest time, I had no idea what I was going to do like throughout matric. And then when it came down to it, like when I had to choose, it was just like a feeling I got that it was like choose dentistry. And that's kind of it. I feel maybe it was universe's message or something. It was just like, this is like your path kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't really have a specific reason. And what about you? I mean,
I think that's a good enough reason.
Oh, thank you. And you? I mean, you've been on like quite a journey that's a bit different from what you chose to study.
Yeah. So I chose to study accounting at university. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm just going like all over the way.
Oh my goodness, that looks fantastic. Right.
Thank you. If anyone ever wants someone to hype them up, I have the best cousin for it.
No, but it does look fantastic. I can't even see the heck
I can see it.
Okay.
You look cute.
Right. What was that? Yeah, so I studied accounting at university, and then so I qualified in 2018 as a financial accountant. And then I was really lucky to land my, straight out of university. I think it was in Feb. I landed like my first job, which was, sometimes out of university, it's really hard to just get a job. And so I did, but it was the worst thing of my life. It was so boring. I mean, if you are an accountant and you're, doing these things, that's amazing if you love it. But I just knew, like, off the bat, that was not me. I'm a very expressive person, and, I like dealing with people, and I couldn't handle being in an office.
Mm-hmm.
So I quit. And my parents were not very shocked, to say the least, especially my dad, since he paid all those years for me. And so I felt really bad though, because it was a struggle putting me through university and stuff. And so I said, just give me like 2 months to figure out what I want to do with my life. And okay, mine's is not working out.
But everyone's eye shape and like face shape is different.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my best. Anyway, yeah, so I said give me 2 months to figure out what I want to do with my life. And then so I decided to go to South Korea to teach English for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was amazing. So when I was there, I'm always into, like, from the longest time, I'm always talking about the universe and the law of attraction, etc. So when I was there, I signed up for this program called Source Hacker by Peter Szabo. And that was really good. It was all about the universe and hacking into your source. And I was like such a top student that he actually hired me to work with him. So when I got back to South Africa, I was his like assistant, success agent sort of thing. And then now I'm on like a whole nother path again. So, I didn't tell you this, so maybe I was saving it for the video. I stopped working with him. And I am actually doing my own thing now, and it's because I feel it's time. I want to be my own boss. I want to start my own company and my own kind of entrepreneurship. That's always been my calling. So dancing and the law of attraction, so I want to start something like that, and I'm in the process of making my own online course. And so that's where I am right now. It's always changing. Honestly, it's always changing. I am not like the typical Taurus person you meet, like, this is, they hate change and they're always dependable. Oh my gosh, no, I'm always changing. Like next year this time, I'll probably be married with like 3 children.
I am waiting for your wedding. I am waiting for this wedding.
Oh my gosh, no. Knock, knock, please don't let that happen. I don't want to have children just yet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a wedding.
So that's that. That's where I am right now. I'm a daredevil. I just follow my bliss. Whatever feels good to me, I just do it. I don't think about what if. I just try to live life with no regrets. That I won't say I got it from my mother or my aunt, because they're very get a job and be, very dependable, all that sort of things. That I feel I just got from myself. I don't know anybody that's just very whimsical and just do what they do. But I think for me, it's like all about listening to your intuition, because whenever I did follow my intuition, it always worked out. So my course is also all about that. It's about, letting go of things that hold you back and just following your bliss, because when you follow your bliss, everything lines up and your bliss always changes, but you just have to be brave enough to follow through. So that's where I am. And how's my eyes?
I think it looks very pretty.
Oh, you're lying.
I'm not.
What was your impression of me growing up? Be honest.
If I have to be completely honest, it wasn't when we were growing up, so we were 5 years apart, but the thing is, like, now it doesn't feel that way, but when we were growing up, it really did. And I would always want to play with Selisha.
Because like you were like 10, I was 15, I was at that peak teenager.
So like she was like kind of mean to me at certain points, but I would still always want to hang out with her. Like she was still like I just loved her so much, even though she was so mean. And like, so growing up, I didn't know
I feel so bad.
She would make fun of me, but like in a loving way, but still not in a loving way. And I had a diary, and she would go and read the diary. And once I purposely wrote something to try and make her feel guilty. And I know she read it, but then she just laughed at it.
Yeah, so she wrote, can I just share it? So it's so long ago, and now I know you just made it up. So she said, sometimes she makes me feel like I have no purpose. PURPISE, purpose.
I was 7 when I wrote that.
That was the cutest thing I've ever read in my life. Do you think I was not going to share it with others? Like, who writes like that as a 7-year-old? Feel like I have no purpose. PURPISE, purpose. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
I was just like, trying to get my point across with my limited English, okay? So I'm going to take the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be using the black shade from here just to kind of smoke up the look.
Oh, you're making a smoky eye. So, okay. Well, I'm going to be using the same palette. And let's see what you're going to take. Black. I'm going to take this really dark brown color and just copy you.
So I'm just going to take it now and kind of put it, see on that little like outer kind of wing shape that I made. So I'm only going to put the black there because like I want the smokiness to be on the outer corner. I'm just patting it on over here.
Perfecto.
So I kind of did that.
Wow!
Does it really look that good?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you can't even see what I'm doing.
You can.
No. Your eyes look so fantastic.
Oh, thank you. If I think now of like how we are now, and I think back, I'm like, would 15-year-old Selisha be saying that to me right now?
15-year-old Selisha would be like, what would I say? I would say something probably really mean, like, do you know how, like, I'm gonna die today, so you better be good to me.
Yeah, you would always say stuff like that. And you and Kiresan, when we used to, so I used to live in East London. Yeah, I used to live in East London. We used to come to Durban and visit. So whenever I would come, I'd be so excited. And then Kiresan and Selisha would always play, I don't know what you call this game, but they pretend that they died. And then I would go into the room and then they'd be dead and I'd be so sad and I'd start crying. And then they would wake up, but they wouldn't wake up normally like, oh no, it's only a joke. No, they'd wake up and be like a zombie. And like the age difference between Selisha and I is 5 years. And with Kiresan, it's 7. So now I'm very small.
7 and a half.
Yeah. So now I'm very small at this time. Like I'm probably 5 or something. And they would scare me so badly. So, talking about growing up and how we would grow up, this is another topic I wanted to talk about, since it's Women's Month, is comparing women. Constantly, I'm always seeing on social media, they compare one celebrity to another, like whether it's like what they're wearing or their body or their face or just like everything basically, which I really hate. Like, I mean, women, we should be uplifting each other. We should be supporting each other. It shouldn't be like pitting us against each other. And then bringing that back to our childhood. So no one ever really compared like you and me. But like, I don't know, maybe it was a comment from someone like from when I was younger, but then like from a certain point, I would always compare myself. Like whether it's because Selisha is 5 years older, so she did finish high school first. So I would compare myself in terms of grades, like, do I get better grades than her? Or like...
Did you really?
Yeah. So I'm not trying to brag about this, but like, I am, well, not am, but like I did get better marks than her in high school.
That was bragging.
Yeah, so also I'm going to be taking like a glitter purple from here, which is Shookington, and just putting that kind of like on the middle of my eyelid and then like towards inside. So I'm just going to do it like over
I'm going to do the same.
Yeah, so I would always like compare myself like in terms of friends and things. And
did you really? Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much now. Why were you so obsessed with me?
Yeah, so like I would compare about those things, and I think this is the biggest one that like really kind of bothered me, and like I think this is a big thing in like the Indian community, but it is quite apparent that Selisha is much lighter than me in terms of skin. And that bothered me for quite a while, but not so much when I was younger and when we were growing up. It more came into effect like late high school and kind of maybe first year university. And so like in the community and in a lot of communities, fairer skin is always considered more beautiful. So
which is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone is beautiful no matter like how much melanin you have.
100%. Exactly. Actually, you guys are more healthier because you have more melanin, right?
Yeah, because like I do have more protection against the sun. So like through growing up, well, I don't know, I keep saying growing up when it was like a couple years ago, but yeah, so I'd compare myself in terms of
I had no idea you felt that way.
I did, and like although I am comfortable now with my skin, you know, I'm proud to be a brown girl and everything, but there are times where I do.
Too.
I know you are, but like I. But yeah, okay, I'm a little more browner.
Right.
So, like, although now I am comfortable with myself, but there are times where I'll walk past a mirror or like look at a photo of myself and I'll just be like, if only I was a bit lighter and like maybe then I'd be more beautiful. And when I had like
Stop that right now.
I know, I'm trying, you know, I am much better than how I was, but I wouldn't say I'm 100% like I'm okay with everything. But when I had that kind of the worst period of this, like very, like being very conscious of my skin color is probably late high school, I think. Yeah, but when thinking of this, I kind of attributed everything like that you like achieved to you being light skinned, which makes no sense.
Oh my gosh.
Like I had
absolutely no idea you felt that way, Krish. I mean, I think in high school, like your metric year 2011, like my metric year, I think is when we actually started to, you know, to have that relationship where it was just, forget about the childhood pranks and all of that, and we actually started talking with each other. So I had no idea you felt that way.
Yeah,
like, really. That's news to me.
We're just learning new things about each other today.
Yeah.
But like for me,
but I'm glad that you can speak about it and, you know, move past it, and you're much more confident now with, you know, it was just your made up perception anyway.
What are you doing?
What the heck am I doing?
Why are you so red?
Oh my god, what did I do?
Is it just because your skin got a bit red, or did the eyeshadow go under your eye?
I think the eyeshadow went under my eye. Your viewers are I'm gonna get you so many subscribers for this.
This is why we do the foundation after.
Okay, so I can be okay.
Yeah.
What the heck? Because I didn't that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold that thought. Growing up and you attributed. So what kind of success did you attribute to me? Because you were significantly better in school, like you already said, and I admit.
Yeah. I think it was just like the fact, like, okay, for me in high school, like up until now, okay, I still don't have a boyfriend, but like you would like have guys who liked you. And like I would think, oh, is it because like I am not fair enough? So yeah, so this is probably when I was in like university. I was thinking like, oh my god, like, you know, she graduated, like that has anything to do with skin color. I was like, oh, but she's graduated, she has a job, she has a car, she has a boyfriend, she has such good friends, you know, she's living life to the max, you know, she's living her best life. And then she got the job in Korea, so I was like, oh my god,
and
she's
you thought
traveling. And I was like, oh my god, she's staying, which makes no sense.
Absolutely.
No, oh dear. It makes no sense whatsoever, but that was literally like the thought process going into my mind. So like, I think first year was not a great year for my mental health. Not great. So
I mean, look at now. You're such a. I should be like, look at your makeup. Look at my makeup. I made my face red. Oh my god.
But yeah, so like I had those really like irrational thoughts, and it was all just because of this whole thing about colorism, which sadly is so prominent in our community and in many communities. And it's so sad. And I think also kind of things which kind of also got me out of it was seeing like representation of people my color. Like I'm not very I'm not a very deep skin tone, but I don't know if I am considered fair in terms of like Indians. But like it was nice just seeing people like with my color skin, like who are in the beauty community, or people who are deeper, and you're like, not only fair people or light-skinned people are representing beauty. And I think another thing with Ulcho which also like kind of had a big impact, is that in Indian movies, in Bollywood, most, if not all, of the main actresses are very light-skinned, and you're seeing like Indians being portrayed as this like beautiful light-skinned woman, and you're like, but I don't have the skin. And then in the movie itself, it's like the girl who's light-skinned gets the guy, she gets married, she's a millionaire, blah 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 blah, and you're like, but I'm not light-skinned, am I not gonna get this? And it's really sad. And I saw videos of, I think this is the one that really kind of like pierced my heart, made me think like I need to stop thinking this way. So there's a little boy in like this taxi with his mother, and they're like going somewhere, and so the mother's asking him something, and then he's talking about, oh, his sister's gonna get married, and now he's very small, he's probably only like 5 or 6, and like the sister's the same age, and he's talking about how, oh, his sister's gonna get married, she is going to find like a good husband, everything's gonna be so great, it's gonna be a beautiful wedding. And then when the mother asks, what about you, like don't you think about your wedding? And he's like, no, I'm too dark to get married, I'm too dark to fall in love. And like that broke my heart so much, that he thought he doesn't deserve love just because of his skin. And like I started crying, and like I sort of now I'm like, but like his mother was like, you and I are the same skin, I found love, I had you and your sister, your skin doesn't matter, and like everyone deserves love. And like after seeing like what that little boy felt, it really made me like realize that like colorism is a real thing, and it needs to be spoken about amongst other very important topics. Yeah, but like even in terms of bronzer, I never wanted to buy bronzer or try bronzer, because I was like, no, I don't want to be more brown than I already am. And like, and when I think back to that, I'm just like, what? I'm so stupid. Like, and I know like I'm not like the biggest channel or anything, but even with the few views that I do get, I would just like to say that be you. If you are a round potato like me, be the potato. And yeah, you know, just be you. Love your melanin. But I really wish the Indian community, even today, there's still people who talk about wanting to be lighter and like and favor favor people who are lighter, and like be like, oh, why can't
they have this
lighter?
misconception.
Yeah. And I really wish we didn't have this. And me being the kind of us actually, who are the generation that will be the future, basically, I really hope we can change that and accept everybody.
Of course. Yeah,
this got so deep.
This got so deep.
This got so deep, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know you felt this, but I'm glad that, you know, everything's okay and you're okay. Yeah. I didn't know you were such in a dark place because of that. Like it really affected you.
Yeah, and
now that you actually got it. But also, I think it's only fair to say that, you know, as we're talking about our upbringing and stuff, nobody in our family ever favored anybody because of color, and because my parents are actually, my mom's not that fair skin, she's more like, you know, your tone, etc. It just was your interpretation of it because of media. So yeah, no, like definitely, like no one in our families ever made me like personally feel this way, just because of like media and like other things that I've like experienced through like other things like when I grew up, but not our family. So to clear that up, in case anyone thought our family was like, oh my god, everyone loves Selisha because she's fair, no one loves Croatia. Yeah, that was just your interpretation of that.
That was just my thing. I mean, like I never thought of it in terms of our family, that like our family would favor her over me. It was just in other things, like I would just associate her being fair with like, oh, this is why she has achieved this. Which was so stupid, but like,
yeah, I guess, you know, it's not stupid. It's a thought form. I guess, you know, everybody has and you were just brave enough to speak about it. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, I would have liked to have. My English is so bad. Hopefully, I would be a doctor by then, Dr. Naidu. I'd like to have a boyfriend at least by then. How old I would be in 5 years? I'd be 26. Yeah, I would like to have a boyfriend by then.
Oh my gosh, you'll be my age.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old.
In 5 years' time, you will be like 31.
Goodness.
You should be married by then.
Look at this.
Lovely.
So I saw this trick before we started our call. So
now I'm just going to set my concealer with.
So graduated, have a boyfriend. Do you want to like have your own business or anything?
Not sure at this point in time, because I don't know, maybe I can start dental business. Maybe I could start a new brand of toothpaste or something. In that sense, I haven't really thought of it, but I'd still like to do YouTube because I mean, I enjoy making the beauty videos. Hopefully I'd be sent PR by then. I really would like to get PR and like have an unboxing because I love watching those videos. And by far, my favorite video that I filmed so far was unboxing the Pat McGrath stuff. That was my favorite. I love unboxing things. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
And you?
Fantastic. Well, in 5 years, I would like to have, well, I've already started my own business, but I'd like to be internationally recognized. I would probably dabble, like I would like to have a child, I suppose. So, notice how I didn't say I would like to be married. I don't know if I consider being married like directly attributed to a child. But in the society, I guess that's good.
I feel your mother would have a heart attack.
She would have a heart attack. Oh my gosh, yeah. So yeah, I see myself like in 5 years time having my own business, having my own house that I can actually in my name I can call mine or our house. I
forgot to say stuff like that.
More dogs. But definitely being internationally recognized in my business. I want to inspire women like all over the world, like with dance and motivation and just being more confident in themselves. And yeah, that's where I see myself in 5 years time. I just want to make a difference, I suppose. Like, I don't want to seem cliche, but I just want to make a difference. All right, so now I'm going to try and blend by taking some of this makeup primer spray and put it on this, whatever. What is this?
Sponge.
Yeah, and then I'm going to blend. I'm going to try. Yeah, so that's where I see myself in 5 years' time.
I think you're the one who's more of like a beauty guru right now.
Why?
Yeah. If you're like, okay, now I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I got like a blob of mascara under my eye.
And so now I have blush on. Ooh, that's what I forgot. So I'm just gonna take some eyeshadow, which I substitute as highlighter, and do it at the bridge of my nose.
I don't know if you can see the shine on the video, but like I used that purple color to like highlight my brow bone over here. Like here.
I can't.
Oh, because like I can see it if I look at my video, but anyway. Yeah, so are you going to be doing anything special for Women's Month?
Yes. My course, Dance Yourself to Love, Health, and Happiness launches, and I'm launching it today, which is the day that the video goes up, on Women's Day, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm launching it, and it's only for a limited number of women because it's only like 50 for now, because I want to be so actively involved in it that I don't want to take on more than I can handle. So yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed, but anyway, you're my baby sister. You're supposed to do these things for me. So
Yeah.
right here will be my website, sunshinesally.com, and click on it and see if there's still spaces available. If the PayPal button is there, then of course there's spaces, and I'm sure there will be, because I think today will be the first time I'm speaking up about it. So there's only 50 spaces left if you want to join the program, if you want to join the course. It's all about dancing yourself, letting go, using dance to let go of, negativity, trauma, things you harbor inside of you, because I've been dancing for like from the time I could walk. Literally, I have videos of myself in the walking ring dancing, and it's been my saving grace through everything. It's because as women, we do not think like men. We do not, in our heads, we're emotional. We want to speak out. We want to cry. And we feel things in our body. And the best way to get rid of it is dance. So that's what the program's all about. And yeah, I'm really excited to be launching that. So I don't take it to the end.
I have a fun question. Yeah. Not fun, but kind of fun. So I saw this video, and people were talking about who they'd want to have internet beef with. I know I said that, we shouldn't be pitting women against women, but like I'm saying this like in like a joke, and like, is there any, and like it doesn't have to be a woman, but like anyone you'd want to have internet beef with, like a celebrity or
like a fight?
Yeah, like you be tweeting like, oh my God, I hate whoever, and then you guys like fight over
probably you, because you're so fun. And it's like, Okay, so I'm also gonna do lips, and the same lip thing that I used to contour my face, I'm gonna do what you're doing by like the outline thing. I think my contour came out quite good, Karesh.
I think for your first time it's pretty good.
Thanks for that compliment.
I can't judge because I don't do contour. And should I put a brush?
So
maybe I'll put a gloss.
Lips with that.
I'm
going to go into the lighter color.
Lip gloss. I think I'm done. Do you have any parting words, any encouragement, anything you want to let women know, let men know, let anyone know?
Well, I just think my parting words would be, as women, we are the most powerful creatures on earth. That's why even the earth is named after us, Mother Earth. So don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever feel like you are inferior to anybody else. When I say this, I don't mean that we are superior to men, but we are definitely not equal in the sense that, we should stop striving for things that they want, because physiologically we are different for a reason. And when we are true to ourselves and we listen to our intuition and we really figure out what makes us happy, the world is balanced. So let's not try to go into the world trying to prove to other people that we are equal to men, because we're not equal to men. And I don't mean this in the sense that they're higher than us or we are higher than them. We are different for a reason. And I think it's time that we own up to our sensuality, our feminist side, our inner feminine goddess, and let her shine, because we have nothing to prove. And just follow our bliss and be happy. Life is so short and so wonderful. We only have one life. So let's just make the most of it. And what about you, Carrie Perry?
Okay, for me, I think I'll add on to what you have said, just because yours was just really great. I definitely think to all women out there that you should be you. And this is a cliche saying that, like, there's only one you, so you should be you. And there's something I have on one of my Instagrams that I use for like my YouTube and stuff, and it's like, no matter what you do, people are always gonna have something to say, so you should do what you love. And I definitely think that women should do that. Like, if you want to be like a super girly girl, wear pink, wear frills, do your makeup, go for it.
But if you don't
but if you don't want to, if you want to Like, if you want to wear jeans all the time, or if you want to wear hoodies all the time, if you don't like dresses, go for it. You know, there's no rules, and like, just be you.
Just do whatever makes you happy.
Also, like, being a woman, there's so many things that makes someone like a woman, and just being feminine doesn't make you a woman. So like, I feel a lot of people, they always say things like, oh, but you don't wear a dress, or like, you don't put makeup on, you don't do this, or you don't do that. But it's like, being a woman is more than just that, and it's about how you feel. If you feel in yourself that you are a woman, then like, yes, you are a woman. There's like, and you don't have to justify that to anybody. It's all about what you feel inside, and you should feel it, feel safe feeling it, and feel happy feeling it. Like, you know, you should be able to have the right to feel whichever way you want. And yeah, I think that is what I will end on. I know I mumble, but I hope
Beautiful.
my got across.
You don't mumble. You definitely did. It was so nice catching up with you.
Wow.
Terry 1, 2, 3. My baby
I have
sister.
an intro. My old sister. Older
My old sister. You can call me Onni.
Ako yung Aka. Selisha
I prefer
Aka.
Onni. I prefer Onni.
Selisha
Okay,
Onni.
so with that being said,